thank you so much for sharing this time and for tuning in and subscribing and liking and sharing. And I really appreciate the comments. I think they're just amazing and fun. And I love when you all share like what you're going through and how you're processing and all that, because I don't know if you know this, but it's so inspirational for me because it makes me feel like I'm not alone. And some of the things that I can offer, I'm like, ooh, I can offer a thing. So thank you. I wanted to hop on here and share my personal experience with this new moon energy and this fun ascension. It's a hoot. It's such a hoot. So the way I am feeling this new moon to be in the Taurus land, it's like there's this part of it that's like super earthy and like you're going to feel the elements and you're going to ground into the nature and feel the elemental aspect of you and really refill and get this earthy goodness. And at the same time, release all the elemental, the real matter stuff that is not necessarily servicing us anymore. And I'm seeing that as things that we have relied on to feel comfortable, to feel love, to feel joy, to feel whole. So I've seen a lot of people, excuse me, recently losing their pets, losing relationships, losing their living situation, shifting it, losing it, releasing it. And I'm seeing that, like, I don't know if you all have ever had a dog or a pet. I have, and I never realized how much that animal for me was a reflection of love. Like, it was a source for me to feel good. It was a source for me to feel like I was needed and like I mattered. Because, you know, you walk in, the dog's like, I'm so happy to see you. I don't remember you, but I love you type of, you know. And so, you know, relationships that we've relied on to feel whole and complete. Jobs that we had that felt like we were worthy of receiving abundance or accolades. So that's also the component that I'm seeing in this new moon and these energies that are coming in to really let us release. So here I am living my experience through this, and that's what I wanted to share because it's always so much more fun that way. So the what's going on in the way it's manifesting for me, and this is me being like, well, I'm about to get real vulnerable and share some stuff, so bear with me. I will thank you in advance if this feels tangenty or Jane like. So I know also that in the stuff that we're releasing, that it's not just like my shit, it's the collective's shit. It's my parents' shit. It's the ancestors' shit. It's like all the shit. And we individually are processing and clearing out the karmic shit, right? As the Taurus new moon is like, don't worry, it's all good, because at the same time that you're clearing all that out, you're refilling with your higher self, your ascended self, your lighter body, the higher frequencies. So like, I know it's all good, and I'm trusting like, whoa. So, for me, I am at a place that the things that I may lose or release are the things that make me feel safe and secure and grounded, like my home. I mentioned this before, that I quit the jobby job like 1.5 years ago, and I've been of service. I've been in service to the community, those without resources. I've been offering my time and my medicine, and I love it. And so I'm at this point where it's like, okay, like I need to get this to fill up with like money and stuff like that, which I've mentioned before. And the bigger picture is coming up today, and it's that I need help. And the challenges in that are asking for it, because I hear the karmic ties and I hear the ancestors, and most of all, I hear and feel my parents, right? So, my mom has been very successful in her life and has been very giving in all of her successes. And at the same time, she's also had points where she had not anything. You know, like, I remember, you know, growing up and being like, you know, like powdered milk was like, yeah, we got powdered milk. You know, we just didn't have a lot. But it never looked like it. We looked like we had everything, like, under wraps, you know. From the outside looking in, everything looked fine. And that was, you know, her stuff, right? So now it's my stuff. And none of these things are bad. It's just the is of what is. And I'm grateful for it, because then that means that I get to clear it and grow from it. So, mom's side, everything looked perfect. And it wasn't. And she was such a hard worker, and so focused and determined and skilled and brilliant and friendly and engaging, that she, I mean, it always worked out, and she was always fine. However, she didn't really ask for help, and there would be times that she would suffer, and she would take it on internally, and it would manifest as a sickness or a pain. So there's that side, right? Looking perfect, needing help, don't ask. Got my dad's side, whose view has been explained to be that, like, if you need something, like a home, food, stuff like that, then you're lazy, and there's no excuse for it, and you should just do it. And there's this, like, kind of pride that goes with this one, and there's kind of this embarrassment that goes with this one. And so I am in the process of processing that, because I need help. And, like, I have this super cute house, and I love it so much, and you walk in and you would never know that I literally have like $40, and I have no idea how I'm gonna, like, eat, like, pay the mortgage and commit to this yoga teacher training, which I know I need to do. Like, I know that this yoga teacher training is something that is, like, it is the calling, like, do the thing. Very aware. And then there's this other part that's like, I'm afraid. So there's, like, embarrassment. Like, I'm embarrassed that I'm feeling embarrassed, which is really just judgment. Like, that's all embarrassment is. It's being, in my head, perceived as being judged by someone outside of me, which is really just me, because we're all me, right? And then this other aspect of this perceived laziness. You know, like, because I live so much of my life in joy and in presence and from my heart, and every time I go into these places that I go to and offer what I offer, I leave feeling so fulfilled. Like, I can't even quantify how good it feels. And yet, by, like, my dad's standards, I'm just lazy. And so I get to, like, really look at both of these aspects fully and feel, like, embarrassment and feel lazy, feel judged by myself, really, and fearing that reflection back and people saying, like, you're lazy, you're an idiot, or not believe me that I need help, because everything looks fine on the outside. Hang on. Kleenex. So this is what I'm going through and growing through. is the this space of the Taurus new moon, grounding in, asking for help, releasing what I don't need, and at the same time, you know, filling up. And I don't want to lose my house. Like, I don't want to release my house. And I know that I can, and I can sell it. And like, I have a car, and I can live in that, and whatever I would make on the house would pay for a lot of gas. But that's not what I want. And I know that I'm supposed to be here, and I'm supposed to, like, I see what I'm doing. And there's this point where I'm like, I gotta ask for help. And I don't even know how. Like, other than being like, hey, can y'all help? So I'm gonna, you know, like, go around and I'm gonna create more art and try to sell that, and, you know, do the things. I've been trying to sell, like, stuff, you know, like I've got a bike and luggage, and like I have all these like stuff and things that I got when I had money coming in, when I was killing my body, you know, working all the time for others. I was able to hurt myself so I could have the things and buy the things, and now I have the things, and I'm like, maybe I just sell the things, but nobody's buying the things, so I'm like, shit. So anyway, I know that by me even asking is clearing a lot of stuff. Me receiving reflections of maybe judgment, and people perceiving me however they may. And that's okay. Like, I still get to go through it and try my best. So that's what I'm like literally going through in this new moon energy, is being really aware of like embarrassment and pride, and realizing that embarrassment is, again, like I said, just like judgment, my own judgment, and then putting it out there to say, oh yeah, you're gonna do that to me. And then pride is just, it's not very humbling. It can be used to be humbling, which is what I'm doing. So I'm not really sure where to go with this, because there's so much of Jane that's like involved in this. And I don't know, I don't think that this is the platform to be like, hey, if anyone can help, please, like, I need money, at least until the end of July. And then I see so much opening up with like me being able to be like, see, even though I have a degree in psychology and all these years of this and that, and these are my gifts, and I'm a wicked awesome healer, but like the thing that'll create a new identity for me to step into, which is a whole other thing that we're going through, like collectively, moon-wise, planetarily, is that we're stepping into these other aspects of ourselves, like these new roles. And I feel like mine, you know, I had this title, this role as a hairstylist for so long, and then it was like healer, realizing that like I was being a healer in this role, but then it was like, okay, this isn't the role for me anymore. Healer, awesome. Well, that's, I don't want to say it's not enough. That doesn't feel right, but there's more to this. And so I get to, you know, pick a label, which I know can be limiting. Like, I have this whole belief on labels. It's just bullshit. It's a belief system. Be like, this is what I am. This is what I do. But as a yoga teacher, I will be able to go into different environments because I have that piece of paper that in this paradigm says that you have to have for me to offer this healing in a myriad of places and really spread my me-ness out. The essence of me will get further, which is what I want. Like, I want to go out and spread the love and heal like this. Boom. So I feel like this energy that's coming in is also to release these roles, you know, like, you know, maybe our child is getting ready to go off to school, well, then my mother role has changed, or the lover role has changed, or the single role has changed. I am now this like divine, powerful goddess, and I need help. What? Like, we're like, there's this huge polarity that we're finding, at least I am finding my own internal alignment in, while still being like really authentic and true to myself. And I know I may be a little bit weird and wacko sounding and whatever, I'm putting it out there. So be patient with yourself. Make a wish on this new moon on what you want. And be courageous and bold as you continue stepping forward in the direction of your heart. Please keep stepping into that direction. I don't know what I did. Oh, here it is. Kleenex. And then I'm gonna hop off here. Anyway. So yeah. That's what I am processing and going through during this new moon, and all the solar energy that like happened like earlier in the week. Was it this week? It was like a few nows, like, I don't know, we'll say last week, this week, earlier in the week. Like all that energy literally is like bam on the earth, coming through us, removing the heavy density, which means that shit comes up and we're like, oh, I gotta deal with it. So for me, it's like embarrassment and pride. It's my mother and it's my father, and it's both of these aspects that create me that I get to weave together, and where they crisscross, finding this alignment right there and make it right there so that I can just move forward. And that means that there's an actionary step for me to do, and that means asking for help. So whatever it is that maybe scares you a whole bunch, not like, you know, I'm too scared to put my hand in the fire. Don't put your hand in the fire. It'll burn. It smells bad. But, you know, if it's something like, I'm really afraid because I'm afraid that I'll be embarrassed, or I'm afraid I'll look weird, or I'm afraid I'll look bad. That literally is coming up for a reason. Like, let that shit go. Move forward. However that looks. You don't know how you're doing it. No one else does. You can just do your best, and you have every new now to keep trying and moving and plugging ahead. Trust that you got this. And I also know that this is my own message to me. So I hope that it was of service to anyone out there that's checking this out. If it resonates, let me know. You can do a little thumbs up thing. You can leave a little comment like, yeah, you're not alone. Or, you know what? I think you're lazy and you should be embarrassed. And then at least I'll know what that reflection feels like and go ahead and just get that shit out the way. I mean, you don't have to put that though if you don't want to. I mean, you don't need to. But yeah, so thank you for sharing this time. I appreciate it. And, you know, if there's any assistance that I can offer to you in your community or wherever you are, please click on a link below and hit me up. I would appreciate it. And if there's any, and if you're like, whoa, this girl has got so much to offer and she's really going through some shit and she's really afraid, and I have all this extra money and she just doesn't have it right now, and I'd really like to give it to someone that just wants to like eat and keep her home and do this like certification program so that I can support myself with more ease while being the healer that I am. There are links below and you could totally send that and pay that forward, and I would really appreciate it. Vulnerable. Asking. Anyway, thank you for sharing the time, and I hope that you enjoy this new moon energy and whatever it may bring. Enjoy creatively walking into your light and your path and your purpose. And when you get confused and unsure of yourself, it's all good. You're not alone. Just keep on going. You got this. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your nows, and I will hop on here again. Bye.